So as we get a recap after 3, we'll run those down for you. Once again, the Keystone Quaker LV Classic Facebook page, your one-stop shop for all the good information on these 2 great events, Tier 1s on the USBC collegiate schedule. 7th and 8th, respectively, of the 2019-2020 season. Just the Kegel ISBPA and Hoosier Classic left in the Tier 1 department this season. Just got handed some results here on site after 3. William Patterson continues to lead, 31-90 for the Pioneers. But Wisconsin Whitewater, as expected after 11-12, jumps into second, 30-46. Those are the only 2 teams. Plus, Florida State, however, jumped from 5th to 3rd and 29-93 with that nice performance we saw in Game 3. St. John's 4th at 28-94. Lawrence Tech making a move into the top 5, 28-38. 8 pins ahead of Wright State in 6th. Indiana Tech sits in 7th place, 28-26. Millersville in 8th, 28-04. Robert Morris, Illinois, 28-01 in 9th. And New Jersey Institute of Technology rounds out the top 10 at 27-67 for our teams on our featured pair. Erie CC in 18th, 2,600 even. SUNY Stony Brook in 19th, 25-97. Penn State Maine is at 25-43. 21st. We do have a top 3 for individuals so far through 3 games. St. John's Andrew Hall, 244, 214, 246 for 704, leading the way. Then a pair of players from William Patterson, Tyler Levesque, 673, and then Hunter Machin, 663. I may have mispronounced that. If I haven't to mess up any names, and you do know the proper way to pronounce said name, please feel free to help me out in the chat. And it's with Hunter or Tyler's last names. Confident I got Andrew Hall right, though. Hall, H-A-L-L. So we got a 300 over at Jordan Lanks. Marissa Carey, Indiana Tech. Feel she was a first-team All-American last year, and if she wasn't, I'd argue she probably should have been. She was a very, very, very awesome player last season. And glad to see Marissa having some success this year with An awesome showing across the way in Whitehall, Pennsylvania. Oh, so close to where we're at right now. Second team All-American. Some pretty good names on that first team, though. But Marissa, an awesome 2018-2019 season for Indiana Tech. Again, just one game left to go. And after this, Temple, Corning Community College, Walsh, and Hudson Valley CC. Coming to our featured pairs, 27 through 30. We will not know our lineups for tomorrow until we're all said and done with today, just based off of we're doing those off of rankings. But we will go ahead and figure those out. There's another hour and change here on Bowl TV for the Keystone Quaker Classic. Just 5 games today. We've historically through the season had 6 games on the first day of the tournament in the traditional fashion. So it was a bit of a surprise to receive the schedule and only have 5 games, and then look at the flyer and realized, hey, it's had 5 games all along, but a little different. Got an extra Baker set compared to what we usually got as well tomorrow. So in all, about the same amount of bowling time. Just a little different fashion, but we're going to be excited. Total pinfall determining our champions over 5 traditional games and 20 Baker games. But for right now, halfway point, game 4 of 5, Keystone Quaker Classic. Sit back, enjoy, and thank you for being part of Bowl TV this holiday season. Standings available on the Keystone Quaker LV Classic Facebook page. William Patterson leading the way. 3190, they're about 150 pins ahead of Wisconsin Whitewater. 30-46, you're only 2 teams plus after 3 games. Florida State in third, 29.93. St. John's in fourth, 28.94, and Lawrence Tech in fifth, 28.38. Here on our featured pairs, in the 7th frame now on 27.28, we have Penn State and Stony Brook. Erie CC. Getting ready for its 10th frame momentarily. Trevor Johnson was looking for 3 in a row. Comes up a little bit light, leaves the 2-8 for the Cats. The 2-8 has been a tricky spare today. We've seen it miss quite a few times. 36-foot pattern. Most folks still attempting to hook at it, and that messenger, or not the messenger, the sleeper has been giving folks fits throughout the course of the day. Good news for Trevor, though, he's done some striking leading up to that. He can still get to 210 this game. Erie's lineup to start game number 4. Matt Strong, Ben Chamberlain, Jake Swinarski, Eric Engler, and then Trevor Johnson.
The first prize will be for an HP Rotogrip HP 3 or 4, ball of your choice. Please take your winning tickets into the pro shop. The entire number, 671975. Again, take your ticket to the pro shop for an HP 3 or 4, ball of your choice. 671975. Second winner will be for an HP 2 or 3, ball of your choice. HP 2 line or HP 3 line, ball of your choice. 671884. 671884. Third winner will be for a 2-ball roller bag. We have 2 colors. One is trimmed in red, one is trimmed in purple. 2-ball roller bag. 671830. 671830. The next winner will be a 3-ball roller. Also, 1 in red, 1 in purple. Your choice. 670688. 670688. And the last 2 winners will be for a Rotogrip chamois. 671897. 671897. And the last ticket, 671304. 671304. If you have those tickets, please bring them to the pro shop. Please don't get rid of them. If these are not claimed, we will call a different number.
Our tournament director, Patrick Polash, reading off some raffle tickets that we're actually raffling off. A few bowling balls, some 3-ball rollers, some other merch along the way, courtesy of our tournament sponsor, Rotogrip. So thank you to Rotogrip for their continued support of the Keystone Quaker Classic. Jake Swinarski for Erie CC looking to put together some strikes here at the end of game 4. Can max at 164. Ben Chamberlain 199. Eric Engler working on 3 in a row, can still get to 210, as can Trevor Johnson for Erie CC. Once again, bowling unopposed. Canisius was the school that was supposed to be there. They did not arrive today, so hopefully everything is okay with that team. Having some potential big scores courtesy of St. John's and Hudson Valley. One pair to our left over on 25 and 26 this game. And they're going to finish up a little bit ahead of Penn State and Stony Brook. Already in frame number 9, just starting frame 8. 27 and 28. .163 for Jake Swinarski. Eric Engler, 3 in a row. Five pin left standing for Eric Engler. He can pick it up, get to 189 still. It looks like Marissa Carey's 300 game now available on the Sport of Bowling USBC.
Ladies and gentlemen, all prizes have been claimed. Thank you very much again for participating. All prizes have been claimed.
Very cool stuff. Nice job there by Daniel Farish, Shannon Sellens. We'll get that scoreboard back. We have someone actually standing in front of the camera here. 9. 9:15 finish for Erie Community College. They'll now have a bit of a break. Once again, catching one of the vacant teams or vacant spots. Full 9th and 10th frame to go, just underway. That could have fallen. Nice game so far for Willie Bedoya for Stony Brook. So get to 225 with the spare conversion. Leading the way so far for SUNY Stony Brook. Looks like Stony Brook is the Seawolves, their mascot. Penn State, the Nittany Lions. Our lineups once again for Stony Brook after Willie Bedoya. Danny Ryan second, Eric Bolin third, Kurt Schall fourth, and Matt Russell fifth. For Penn State, Rob Stone, Eric Bellis, Vinny Garrett, Darren Heeman, and Austin Barilar. There are 5 heading into the 9th. I mentioned we're keeping a lookout. Daniel Farish and Sharon Sellens capturing the 300. It was on the live stream pair for our women's feature channel, but for those of you who are tuned in here or potentially just have logged on for the first time today, the video now available on our official Facebook page. So we got that shared. Once again, that's on the Sport of Bowling USBC Facebook page. Marissa Carey's 10th frame from her 300 game. Marissa, second team All-American last year at Indiana Tech. So we'll be able to bring you Marissa's 310th frame here for those of you who do not want to click on the link and stay with the bowling. We'll make you watch it because it's cool. Taking a look around, we should be able to get into game 5. Relatively quickly here after Penn State and Stony Brook wrap up. You know, St. John's just about all done. One pair to our left. They're going to be in the 1060s this game. And looking around, looks like everyone else is still going in the 10th frame. So should be a pretty quick transition to game number 5. As we get to our anchor players, Matt Russell for Stony Brook and Austin Barlar for Penn State. Just a reminder to everyone that for all the up-to-date details on the upcoming PBA Tour season, including breaking news, schedule and ticket information, and scoring from all events, please head over to pba.com to follow the action live on the PBA network. Matt Russell delivers the strike. Going to be a fairly consistent performance here for Stony Brook outside of rough game for Danny Ryan. But everyone else staying fairly consistent across the board. Willie Bedoya, 203. Eric Bolin, 200 even, 199 for Curtin Schall. And Matt Russell's going to be in the at 213 with a spare here. Penn State is going to finish up with 795. Stony Brook going to stay at 949 to wrap up game number 4. So that means it's time. We've made it. It's game 5. But before we see Temple, Corning, CC, Walsh, and Hudson Valley. Let's tune in and enjoy the 10th frame. Marissa Carey, Indiana Tech. She goes for 300 at the Lehigh Valley Collegiate Classic.
Oh yeah, make a 1-0 and 2 and 1. There's a carry on the front 11.
So that was cool. Very cool. Congratulations again, Marissa Carey, Indiana Tech, 300 game. The Lehigh Valley Collegiate Classic. This is the Rotogrip Keystone Quaker Classic Both events ongoing in the greater Allentown, Pennsylvania area. We are at Haja Rose Bowl in Allentown. The shots you just saw was from Jordan Bowl in Whitehall, Pennsylvania, just a couple minutes away. And we are just about ready. Actually, looks like we got a group that's starting the 10th frame down there. So we might have a little bit of delay, but we're going to take a quick break before we welcome our teams for game number 5. Once again, a reminder, Temple, Corning Community College, Walsh, and Hudson Valley CC will be joining us next year on Bowl TV. So thank you again for joining us here on the holidays. We hope you and yours have already had a fantastic holiday season, and we hope it continues right here on Bowl TV throughout the weekend. 3 additional days to go. For these 2 Tier 1 events on the USBC collegiate schedule. So bowling action all the way through the weekend, all the way to Monday, leading up to the new year. So enjoy. We hope everyone's having a relaxing holiday type week. And thank you again for joining us here on Bowl TV for the Roto Group Keystone Quaker Classic Game 5 coming up next.
someone has misplaced their cell phone. It was turned into the tournament scoring area. We have it up here at the front desk. So someone has misplaced a cell phone. We have it up here at the front desk. Okay, coaches, at the completion of your fifth game today, please tear off the back sheet of your Roto-Grip Keystone Quaker score sheet. The pink sheet, that is yours to keep. We need you to turn in the top two sheets. The yellow and the white copies need to be turned in at the completion of 5 games. Again, there is no paddock area left in the bowling center for you athletes this evening. The bowling center will be hosting their regular league schedule on a Friday night. There's no room to leave bowling balls. Please make sure you take all your equipment with you. Going to check in tomorrow. Will be at 9 a.m. We'll start practice at 9:30. When you check in, you'll get your lane assignment for the morning. There will be a reshuffle based on the standings after today. The lane assignments will be reshuffled for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, families and friends, let's give these athletes a round of applause as they start their fifth and final game of team competition for today. Athletes, good luck in the goal.
everybody. Game 5 underway. Temple, Corning Community College, Walsh, and Hudson Valley CC. All on our featured pairs. Let's go ahead and meet our teams with their Game 5 starting lineup. So we'll kick things off with Temple, who's up on 27 at the moment. Sophia Faust leading off. Meredith Seigler second. Josh McNamara third. John Luge fourth. And Stephen Storm Parrish in the 5 spot. For Corning CC, leading off is Tim Bowen. Dan Mustico bowling second. Connor Malloy third. Hunter Crouch fourth. And Derek Lizzie in the 5 spot. For Walsh, Zach Ebel leading things off. Jared Talman second. Dylan Reynolds third. And Matt Trijankowski fourth. And Josh Kormanik in the 5 spot. For Hudson Valley, bowling their first event of the 2019-2020 season. Cody Gettner leading off. Jason Macy second. And Damian LeBrake third. Brennan Belding fourth. And Anthony Hurlbert in the 5 spot. So 4 games already on this 36-foot condition. Definitely has been one of the shorter patterns that we've seen here on Bowl TV throughout the course of our expanded collegiate coverage this season. So a lot of folks playing the outside portion of the lane to start, and then they seem to get a little tricky around the house. In game 2, did not see a lot of big scores coming out, but business picked up again in game 3. And although we only had 1 game north of 1,000 on our featured pairs so far, saw a 1060 from St. John's in game 4, and 1112 from Wisconsin Whitewater in game 3. Our lone team to shoot over 1,000 so far today was Florida State, 1065. That was also in game number 3. So right now, if you are hovering around even, which after 3, only 3 teams were doing or had long surpassed even, William Patterson being that lone team. They shot 12:02 in game 1, and they've just kind of been maintaining pace since 31:90 after 3. But for every other team in the field getting to plus or around plus, right now, it can kind of keep you in it. Wisconsin Whitewater in second, 30-46, and Florida State, 29-93. In third, that was after 3 once again. Big shout out to our tournament staff. Patrick Polash here with the men this week, and Fred Polash. That's a father-son combination. Fred father, Patrick son. As Fred's the women's tournament director, so he'll be here for the women's Roto Group Keystone Quaker Classic in 2 days. That'll be Sunday. Both Fred and Patrick, winners of the Gordon Tegan, I'm getting ahead of myself, Service Award. Patrick in 2014, Fred in 2017 for their service to collegiate bowling over the years. So a big thank you to both of them for everything they do for the sport of bowling. Haja Rose Bowl, our host center. Making sure we were good to go today. Very appreciative of them as well. After this, teams will have off the rest of the day. Just 3:45 local time, so plenty of time to get a good meal, rest up. Maybe even find some fun and excitement around the area. In preparation to be back on the lanes. Day 2 of the Keystone Quaker Classic. Going to be at 9:45 a.m. Eastern. For our 20 Baker games to conclude this event. Total pinfall will determine our champions. And then our men's teams will begin to make their way not too far away. Jordan Lanes just less than 10 minutes away from where we're at right now. That event, the Lehigh Valley Collegiate Classic. Well, our women's teams will finish up the Lehigh Valley tomorrow and then make their way here to Rose Bowl for the Keystone Quaker Classic. Looks like standings are starting to be passed out to the teams, so we should be seeing those relatively soon here. A little tough to read from the camera angle, but a very cool thing done here by Patrick and Fred is each team actually has a banner hanging from the mask, and you can see them. They are in the school colors, and they actually matched where our team started off competition earlier today in game 1. So the banners above 27 and 28 are for Schenectady, CC, and Muskingum. Robert Morris, Illinois, and Wright State over on 29 and 30. They helped kick things off today for us. But they also have those available at Jordan Lanes for the Lehigh Valley. So just a nice touch from our tournament staff here. 26th year of the Keystone Quaker Classic. Both William Patterson and St. John's have been here every year. And we now have updated standings and a new leader here at the Keystone Quaker Classic. Wisconsin Whitewater taking over the top spot. shooting 10.42 last game. They're now at 40.88, plus 88. William Patterson, who was 190 over after 3. Looks like they shot about 870. They're only plus 63 now. 4,063. So things have changed, tightened up, evened up. Got a new leader. Pretty crazy. William Patterson, after the massive start, now in second place. St. John's at 39.60 moves into third. Florida State 38.78 in fourth, and Lawrence Tech 38.53, your top 5. The rest of the way out, Wright State in sixth, 37.80. New Jersey Institute of Technology 37.47. Indiana Tech 37.30. Robert Morris, Illinois 37.29, and Millersville 37.05. Rounding out the top 10 for schools on our featured pair, Hudson Valley CC in 11th at 36.93. Temple in 22nd, 33.27. Walsh in 23rd, 33.23. And Corning CC in 26th, 31.91. A few new names in the top 3 for the individual standings. That's all we have in front of us right now. Andrew Hall from St. John's continues to lead. He's been steady, 244, 214, 246, 230 for 934. But a pair of Wisconsin Whitewater players moving to the top 3 after the struggles from William Patterson in game number 4. Donovan Thomas has gone 255 and 249 his last 2 to get to 878. Sits in second currently, and then Ryan Winters from Wisconsin Whitewater, 861. Your top 3, the individual standings. Once again, the best place to pick up this information. The Keystone Quaker Classic, or Keystone Quaker LV Classic Facebook page. If you just type that into your search on Facebook, it will get you there. Let's see. Has standings posted currently through 3, but they'll certainly have those up through 4 shortly here now that they're handed them out on site. But let's share that with everybody once again. Just in case you did not get the opportunity to like, follow, please do give them a like and a follow. Words tough to say after 5 games. But standings and more available. Many tournaments now do have Facebook pages to keep teams informed, let folks know of the time to essentially start signing up. You got that. You got updates, rosters, tournament information, flyers, all that becomes available. On the official Facebook pages, so a lot of events end up creating their own. They'll do some photos too. Obviously, all tournament team, tournament champions. Some do videos. So a big shout out to all the tournament directors doing their thing, going the extra mile. For tomorrow, we will not have the lineups available just yet by the time we finish our broadcast. It will be based off of where teams are at in the standings overall. So the goal is to be in the top 4 so you can be here on Bowl TV for the final Baker set. Just half a game left to go before we wrap up day number 1. It's one of those things when you're not at every event, you don't get to see as many patterns, but I feel today was a very big learning experience for a lot of teams, just having a shorter pattern out there. 36 feet in length. Volume, had plenty of volume with it, but most of the events we've been at, you see it more in the 39, 40, 41 foot range, kind of more of the medium, which tends to push teams closer to the track. Don't see as many players as close to first arrow. So it'll be interesting to see the adjustments. So obviously teams, one team really saw the picture well in game 1. That was William Patterson. They shot 12.02. We had 2 other teams plus after 1. I should say even or better. St. John's and Wisconsin Whitewater, all 3 of those teams in the top 3 still. But they've gotten their pins different ways. So even at the top of the standings, there's still some learning to be done. William Patterson going 200 over in game 1 and now just 60 over since. So how do they manage the pair-to-pair moving ahead? For Whitewater, they've been pretty consistent throughout the course of the day. St. John's still working its way towards plus. So they've given some pins back, but they made about 65 of them up last game. But for a total pinfall situation, this is looking to be exciting. Folks, if you are looking for some new bowling gear, please be sure to head on over to USBCBowlingStore.com, the official store of the United States Bowling Congress. I know they have some great deals to finish out the year. I believe 40% off some of the merch. So USBCBowlingStore.com. Please check it out after you finish up today's telecast, broadcast. Some type of cast. We're past the halfway point now. Final game. Day 1, Rotogrip. Keystone Quaker Classic. Haja Rose Bowl, our 36 lane venue. All teams return tomorrow. 20 Baker games to determine our champion. So sit back, enjoy. We will wrap things up here from day one momentarily. Enjoy the holiday season with the sound of pinfall. Getting into the 8th frame, final game here. Day 1, Rotogrip Keystone Quaker Classic. Taking place at Haja Rose Bowl in Allentown, Pennsylvania. My name is Aaron Smith with USBC Communications. Thank you for joining us here on Bowl TV. As Temple, Corning Community College, Hudson Community College, and Walsh University wrap things up. Let's take a quick look at the collegebowling.com rankings, kind of see where these teams are sitting at for the year so far. We did mention when we introduced Hudson Valley, their lineup: Cody, Jason, Damian, Brennan, and Anthony. This is the first event of the season. So obviously being a CC, just 2 years. So a combination of freshman and sophomore. Sophomores on the roster for the Vikings. They're bowling both events though. The schedule picks up a little bit in January though. Looks like 5 matches or 5 events. So they're going to be staying busy here in 2020 in NJCAA school. So they do not have a ranking yet this year, since this is their first USBC collegiate event. Walsh University, a second-year program, currently ranked 85th overall for the season. First Tier 1 event for Walsh, however. They have bowled 8 events so far this season. Best finish of 2nd at Ohio Bowling Conference number 2. Other top 10s achieved at the Ohio Bowling Conference number 1, 4th place. Tiger Cup 5th place, and the Toledo Classic 8th place. For Walsh, their lineup this game: Zach, Jared, Dylan, Matt, and Josh. Of those 5, Jared leading the way in average so far this season, 180. Zach with a top 5 finish. And Ohio Conference number 1 to kick off the season. Going back to the rankings. Corning CC, this is their 4th event of the year. First Tier 1. Pair of 5th place finishes at the Bearcat Invitational and FMCC Baker Tournament. For the Red Barons on the lanes. Derek Lizzie leading the way in average, 186. He is their anchor player. Slow game coming here. Temple's John Luge. Pretty good shot there. Leaves the fast 8, however, 4-7. Early 4-bagger looking to stay clean through 8. for Temple, 153rd overall. First Tier 1, so they'll definitely garner a few extra points because of that. Top finish of 7th this year at the Stevens Invitational. Their lineup this game: Sophia, Meredith, Josh, John, and Storm. Storm Parish leading the way so far, an average 170 through 3 events. And up right now on 28. There's a strike from Walsh's Matt Trijankowski, who had been fighting the good fight all day here in Game 5. It was 8 for 8 on spare opportunities. Still looking for that first strike. Got it, though. Now it's up to anchor Josh Kormanik. See if he can put together a perfect 9th frame for Walsh. It's not going to get it. Josh will have the, oh, he's tricky 3-9 spare left to shoot. Set up the 10th for Walsh, but 4 strikes, so it's a good way to start it. Nice cover, though, at 3-9. Always a little tricky on sport conditions. Generally tough on most conditions. So as a reminder, as we finish up here today, taking a look at our other featured channel. For the Lehigh Valley Classic, they're about a little past halfway of Game 5, so there'll be a little bonus bowling for all of you good folks. Can go visit Daniel Farish and Shannon Sellens. So they wrap up their day. They start about an hour to 45 minutes after we did here at the Keystone Quaker Classic. That was by design. Usually when events have multiple centers, there are staggered start times. So for any schools that have to make sure players are shuttled with maybe just one bus, that they have time to get to both centers, get ready to go.
sure you turn in the top 2 copies of your score sheet for the day, where you've been turning them in. We'll get standings updated on our Facebook page later. We do not have a website. I believe we will get the standings over to USBC as they are for the team after competition today. You may want to check on bowl.com a little bit later. But make sure you turn in your score sheet. Also make sure that all your players and athletes take all your equipment with you this evening. Thank you.
Looks like we should be finishing rather uniformly across the house. Once again tomorrow, 9:45 Eastern, the start time. So pretty close to what we started at today, but will be a little bit quicker day. 20 Baker games. If you're unfamiliar with Baker, definitely fast-paced. 5 players bowling 1 traditional game. In the Baker format, teams will bowl basically 4 5-game Baker sets in this particular tournament. It means you'll bowl 2 lanes on 1 lane, like 27, and then switch over to 28 for your final 2 games, and do that across 5 different pairs. With our main plan to have the top 4 teams entering the competition tomorrow, making their way to our final pairs to kick things off. So we potentially have a nice, fun, dramatic finish. Right now, just 25 pins separating first and second place heading into our final game of the day. Wisconsin Whitewater and William Patterson. Walsh will finish up first. Get to 897 with all 3 in the 10th. For Josh Kormanik. Brennan Belding and Anthony Hurlburt left for Hudson Valley CC. There's Brennan delivering a nice shot to kick off his 10th frame. Lineups for Temple and Corning CC from how they started the game. For Temple, Sophia Faust, Meredith Siegler, Josh McNamara, John Luge, and Storm Parrish. For Corning CC, Tim Bowen and Dan Mustico, Connor Malloy, Hunter Crouch, and Derek Lizzie. .875, the final tally for Walsh. They definitely lost some momentum after a nice 9th frame. Not a single mark for Walsh in the 10th. So that one, bit of a way to sting to end day number 1. So some things to go back to the drawing board on. All 3 in the 10th for Brennan, 172. .874 at the max for Hudson Valley. Way downtown there from John from Temple. He can get to 238 this game. .864 finish. For Hudson Valley. Another nice shot from John. Going to lead the way for Temple here in game 5. Gets the ball to bank off the spot. Can't get the 10 out there, but the first two, the important 2:37. John Luge for Temple. Storm Parrish and Derek Lizzie finishing things out for Temple and Corning CC respectively. Final few shots, day one. Roto Grip Keystone Quaker Classic. Nice shot there from Storm. Gonna be 7:45 for Corning CC in their final game of the day, and 2 shots left to go. All of the pairs around us are either done or just about done. Spare will help Temple get to 862 and wrap up day one here on our featured pairs. All right, folks, that will conclude day number one here for the Roto Grip Keystone Quaker Classic. So 36 foot, challenging throughout the course of the day. We saw William Patterson figure it out quick, then find some struggles the rest of the way out. Not sure how they finished up, obviously. We still have some pairs finishing up. Wisconsin, Whitewater, St. John's in the mix as well for the top spot. After day number one, we're going to transition to Baker play. 20 games, 5 4-game Baker sets tomorrow. So be sure to check those out. Starting at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time here for the Keystone Quaker Classic for the men. For those watching the Lehigh Valley Collegiate Classic Baker set for the women, will start at 10:45 a.m. tomorrow. So start time's fairly close, just a little bit earlier. So we'll have a little bit shorter day as well for day two at each event, but we will be crowning champions, which is always the exciting part. We're going to know the champions here at the first Tier 1 of the Pennsylvania events. 7th and 8th Tier 1s of the season. Great way to wrap up 2019 and transition into 2020, especially here on Bowl TV. So for our tournament host venue, Haja Rose Bowl, for our tournament staff, Patrick Polash, Fred Polash, and all the other volunteers, we thank you for your time and effort. For all you great subscribers here on Bowl TV, we certainly appreciate all the support, all the questions throughout the course of the day. For my colleagues Daniel Farish and Shannon Sellens, I'm Aaron Smith. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow, 9:45 a.m. Eastern, for Baker competition, day 2 at the Rotogroup Keystone Quaker Classic on Bowl TV. Thanks again. Have a great, great rest of your Friday. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Thanks again.